And here's another battle that the West is fighting, a battle of narratives, a battle to win new allies, only that it is failing miserably at this. Forget new allies. Even old friends of the West are ditching it, like Saudi Arabia. First, it refused to ramp up oil production for the European Union, and now it wants to be a part of BRICS, a bloc of 5 major emerging economies, including China and Russia. The president of South Africa says Riyadh is interested in joining this bloc. Why? Our next report telling you.
This is Cyril Ramaphosa, the president of South Africa. On Sunday, he visited the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and made a stunning revelation. Ramaphosa said that Riyadh wants to join BRICS, a bloc of 5 major emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Saudi Arabia wants to be its 6th member. At least that's what Ramaphosa claims. Here's what he said during the visit. The Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman did express Saudi Arabia's desire to be part of BRICS. That's not all. The South African president says Saudi Arabia is not the only country. A couple of others are keen on joining as well. Watch this.
They have a great desire, and they are not the only country that is finding the BRICS family or formation attractive because of what BRICS stands for. And so we did say to them, the BRICS nations are going to be meeting in a summit next year under the chairship of South Africa, in South Africa, and the matter is going to be under consideration. And already a number of countries or nations have been making approaches to each of the BRICS members, and we've given them the same answer, that it will be discussed by the BRICS partners themselves, 5 of them, and thereafter a decision will be made.
So how does one perceive this? Why are so many countries keen on joining BRICS? And what about the Saudis? What's their intention? To answer this, we'll first have to understand the purpose of BRICS. It was established to serve as an alternative to Western blocs, to counter their hegemony in geopolitics and the global economy. So, is Riyadh's bid to join BRICS an attempt to disassociate itself from the West? It surely seems like it, because Saudi Arabia's relations with Washington have hit a new low. Look at some recent developments. OPEC Plus has refused Biden's request to ramp up oil production. It then snubbed Biden's threats with a sharply worded statement. Then, as if to rub salt on injury, an American citizen has been sentenced to 16 years in prison in the kingdom. This was followed by another snub. Saudi Arabia did not extend an invitation to American officials for an investment conference scheduled for later this month. And now Saudi Arabia wants to join BRICS. It all seems to be part of a strategy. Saudi Arabia's push to decouple itself from the United States and ultimately the West.
So there you have it. It's official. The Saudi Arabians want to join the BRICS nations, as we all know. Knew all the time that he was siding with Russia and China. Okay, so it's over for America. Pretty much that's it. Okay, the Petro Dollar that has been held up by Saudi Arabia is now finished. So you can expect hyperinflation. You can expect high gas prices, high oil prices, and pretty much we're at the end. So, all right, let me bring some scriptures out. All right, Obadiah 1:7. That's Obadiah 1:7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Okay, let's go to Isaiah 14 and verses 4. Isaiah 14 and verses 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how has the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased. The Lord has broken the staff of the wicked, the hedge money, the Petro Dollar, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with sanctions, with a continuous stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. So nobody's going to come to America's aid. Okay, their allies are turning against them. The UK over there in Europe, they're going to turn against them due to the fact that they're not going to be able to get the oil deals from Russia. Okay, the pipeline has been destroyed. Okay, so they're not able to get the natural gas. Okay, Nord Stream pipeline destroyed, so there's nowhere for America to turn to now. Okay, and it's because of their greed that Edom, America is falling. Okay, Habakkuk 2. Okay, and we'll go to 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresses by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, all over the place, military bases everywhere. Who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, because they bring war to other countries, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people, because all people come over here to be a part of America, the golden city. Shall not all these take up parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, thick debt. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? In other words, the other nations are rising up, even as we speak. The BRICS nations, they're ready. Okay, India, China, Russia, and that's why Saudi Arabia is bailing. Okay, because thou hast spoiled many nations. They spoiled Iraq. Went over there. They're pumping oil out of Syria. Okay, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covenant to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. So that's what America has done. They have coveted other people's resources in order to bring America up. Okay, in order for America to continue to prosper. Okay, they had to destroy, using deceit, with coups and, and assassinations and whatsoever to take people's resources. All right. Verse 10. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. Okay, so this is what America has done, and this is where we're at right now. Okay, the dollar is finished. Okay, it's going to continue to go down now. Things are going to be sped up because they're not going to have any support from Saudi Arabia anymore. Okay, So all we can do is seek the Lord, and be ready, make ready for the battle, because you know we know that the stock market's going to fall. We know that all hell's going to break loose in the earth, great tribulation, famine, and so forth. So we got to make ready for the battle by girding ourselves up in the spirit, and praying to our Lord Yahweh Shai, to keep us strong during this time. With that, I say all praises to Yahweh, all praises to Yahweh Shai, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders, a great millstone. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakadash. Shalom.
Is removed by the United States, which side will they choose? The side that Saudi Arabia chooses could dictate the future of the planet and the global world order. If Saudi Arabia joins the BRICS countries and they create another reserve, big world shakeup. I mean, the world will separate into two. Saudi Arabia is the linchpin. Saudi Arabia is the reason why the world order is set the way it is, because all oil is transacted in US dollars in exchange for their security. So once the security is removed by the United States, which side will they choose? The side that Saudi Arabia chooses could dictate the future of the planet and the global world order. If Saudi Arabia joins the BRICS countries and they